Welcome to Motivational Humanity. You are not alone. Good morning, everyone. Let's talk about a subject that's deeply personal, yet universal: the rise of women. Not just the women we see celebrated in headlines, but the women in this room. Rising isn't about perfection, it's about showing up, being seen, and daring to grow. Today I'll share you. Our stories are the threads that weave the fabric of who we are. Yet too often we hide them away, tucking them into the corners of our lives as if there's something to be ashamed of or minimized. We tell ourselves things like it's not that interesting or it's not a big deal. And in doing so, we discount the very essence of what makes us unique. Owning your story is not about crafting a narrative that sounds impressive to others. It's about embracing the raw, unfiltered truth of your experiences, the joys, the struggles, the triumphs, and the heartbreaks, and recognizing the strength and wisdom they've given you. Think about the moments in your life that shaped you, the risks you took, the failures that taught you resilience, the relationships that opened your heart, or even the ones that broke it. Each of these moments carries lessons, and each has contributed to the person you are today. But owning your story also means stepping into a place of self-compassion. It's about saying to yourself, I am not defined by my mistakes or my pain, but I am shaped by how I've risen from them. There's power in authenticity. When you own your story, you give others permission to do the same. You break down walls and create bridges, showing the world that it's okay to be vulnerable, to be imperfect, and to still be deserving of love, respect, and success. Owning your story isn't just a gift to yourself, it's a gift to everyone around you. So I ask you, what would happen if you stopped hiding the parts of your story you've been told to keep quiet? What if you stopped apologizing for the space you take up or the voice you bring to the room? What if, instead of editing yourself to fit into the world, you allowed your story to expand and reshape the world around you? Owning your story is an act of courage. It's a declaration that you are enough just as you are. And in that courage, you'll find a strength that no one can take away from you. Speaking your truth is one of the bravest and most liberating acts you can perform, yet it's often one of the hardest. From an early age, many of us are taught to prioritize harmony over honesty, to smooth over conflicts, and to present ourselves in ways that make others comfortable. The result? We learn to suppress our true thoughts and feelings, telling ourselves it's easier or even necessary to stay silent. But here's the reality: every time you silence your voice, you give away a piece of your power. Speaking your truth is not about being confrontational or imposing your opinions on others. It's about standing firm in who you are and expressing your thoughts, feelings, and needs with clarity and authenticity. It's about refusing to shrink to make others more comfortable and instead stepping into the fullness of your identity. The journey to speaking your truth starts with recognizing what that truth is. Too often, we bury it under layers of expectations, fear of judgment, or a desire to fit in. Take a moment to ask yourself, what do I really think? What do I truly feel? What do I need to say, even if it's uncomfortable? Getting honest with yourself is the first step. Then comes the harder part: letting that truth be heard. It might be in a meeting where your perspective challenges the status quo. It might be in a relationship where you've been avoiding a difficult conversation. It might even be with yourself, admitting something you've been reluctant to face. Whatever the context, speaking your truth requires courage, because it means risking rejection, misunderstanding, or conflict. But here's the thing: the cost of not speaking your truth is far greater. It means living a life that doesn't truly belong to you. It means carrying the weight of unspoken words and unresolved feelings. It means losing the chance to create genuine connections based on authenticity and trust. When you speak your truth, you not only liberate yourself, but also create space for others to do the same. You show people what it looks like to honor your voice, even when it shakes, and in doing so, you inspire them to find their own courage. So let your truth be heard, not perfectly, not always eloquently, but honestly. Because when you speak your truth, you reclaim your power. You tell the world, I am here, I matter, and my voice deserves to be heard. And there is nothing more powerful than that. Connection is at the heart of what it means to be human. It's the invisible thread that binds us to one another, giving us strength, comfort, and a sense of belonging. Yet, in a world that often celebrates independence and some self-reliance, we sometimes undervalue the importance of genuine connection. We tell ourselves, I don't want to burden anyone, or I should be able to handle this on my own, but the truth is, no one rises alone. Real connection requires vulnerability, and vulnerability takes courage. It's not just about sharing our successes, it's about allowing others to see us in our moments of struggle, fear, and unsaid struggle. It's about saying, I don't have all the answers, or I need help, and trusting that we'll still be accepted and valued. When we do this, we create a space for others to do the same, fostering relationships built on authenticity rather than pretense. Think about the people who have shaped your journey. Maybe it's a mentor who believed in you when you doubted yourself, a friend who stood by you during a difficult time, or a colleague who encouraged you to take a leap of faith. These connections didn't just happen, they were nurtured through shared experiences, trust, and mutual support. And they remind us that we're stronger together than we could ever be alone. But connection isn't just about receiving support, it's also about giving it. It's about being present for others, listening without judgment, and offering encouragement when they need it most. It's about recognizing that everyone you meet is carrying their own unseen struggles, and that a kind word or a small act of kindness can make a world of difference. True connection doesn't happen in passing. It requires time, effort, and intentionality. It's about prioritizing relationships even when life feels overwhelming. It's about putting down your phone, looking someone in the eye, and truly listening. It's about checking in on that friend you haven't heard from in a while, or reaching out to a colleague who seems to be struggling. When we embrace the power of connection, we create a ripple effect. Our vulnerability inspires others to be vulnerable. Our kindness encourages others to pay it forward. And our willingness to lift others up ensures that we rise together. So let's stop pretending we have to do it all alone. Let's lean on each other, celebrate each other, and show up for each other. Because at the end of the day, our connections are not just a source of strength, they're what make life meaningful. Perfection is a myth that many of us chase but never truly capture. It's the shiny, unattainable ideal that promises acceptance, success, and fulfillment if we could just do everything right. But here's the truth, perfection doesn't exist. It's a moving target that keeps us stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and exhaustion. From an early age, we're conditioned to believe in this myth. Be the perfect student, the perfect employee, the perfect partner, the perfect parent. Don't make mistakes, don't show weakness, and don't let anyone see the cracks. And when we inevitably fall short of these impossible standards, we internalize it as failure. I should have done more, we tell ourselves. I'm not good enough. But striving for perfection is not the same as striving for excellence. Excellence is about growth and learning, while perfection is about fear of judgment, fear of rejection, fear of not being worthy. It convinces us to stay small, to play safe, and to avoid taking risks that could lead to failure or criticism. Letting go of the myth of perfection means embracing your humanity. It means understanding that mistakes are not proof of inadequacy, but opportunities for growth. It means allowing yourself to be seen as you are, not as you think the world wants you to be. This isn't easy. The voice of perfectionism can be loud and relentless. It tells us you'll be loved when you achieve this, or you'll be enough when you fix that. But the truth is, you are enough right now. Not because you've checked every box or met every standard, but because your worth is not tied to your achievements. Letting go also means redefining what success looks like. It's not about doing everything flawlessly. It's about showing up, trying your best, and learning along the way. It's about finding joy in the process, not just the outcome. And it's about recognizing that vulnerability, letting people see the real, imperfect you, is one of the greatest strengths you can have. Think about the people who inspire you most. Are they perfect? Probably not. What makes them inspiring is their courage to be authentic, their willingness to fail, and their determination to keep going. You have that same courage within you. When you let go of perfection, you make room for creativity, connection, and self-compassion. You stop wasting energy on trying to control how you're perceived and start focusing on what truly matters, living a life that feels meaningful and true to you. So release the pressure to be perfect. Embrace the messy, beautiful reality of being human. And remember, it's not your perfection that makes you worthy, it's your authenticity. That's where your true power lies. Resilience is a quiet, often unseen strength that grows within us through life's challenges. It's not about never falling, it's about rising every single time we do. Yet, in the rush to move past difficulties or strive for the next milestone, we often fail to recognize and celebrate the resilience that has carried us through. Resilience is built in the moments when you face uncertainty, pain, or failure and choose to keep going. It's there in the small, everyday acts of courage, getting out of bed when you feel overwhelmed, asking for help when you're struggling, or taking a step forward when fear tells you to stand still. Resilience doesn't always look heroic. Sometimes it's quiet, messy, and full of doubts, but it's no less powerful. Think back on your own journey. How many times have you faced circumstances that felt insurmountable? Perhaps it was the loss of a loved one, the end of a relationship, a career setback, or a personal challenge that tested every ounce of your strength. In those moments, you may have felt like giving up, but you didn't. You found a way to keep going, even if it was just one step at a time. That's resilience. Yet society often teaches us to downplay it. We're encouraged to focus on success and achievements, but rarely are we taught to honor the grit and perseverance it takes to get there. But resilience deserves celebration. It's the foundation of every triumph, the thread that weaves together your story of growth and transformation. Celebrating resilience doesn't mean ignoring the pain or difficulty of what you've endured. It means acknowledging the strength it took to move through it. It's about looking back and saying, I didn't think I could survive that, but I did. It's about recognizing the lessons you've learned and the person you've become because of those experiences. Resilience also reminds us that we're capable of more than we often believe. It shows us that while we can't control everything that happens to us, we can choose how we respond. We can choose to rise again, no matter how many times we fall. Celebrating resilience is not just personal, it's communal. When we share our stories of overcoming challenges, we inspire others to believe in their own strength. We create a ripple effect that reminds everyone around us you are stronger than you think, and you are not alone. So take a moment to honor your resilience. Reflect on the times you've risen from the ashes, even when it felt impossible. Celebrate not just where you are now, but everything it took to get here. You fought battles that no one else may fully understand, and you've come out the other side stronger and wiser. Your resilience is your power. It's a testament to your courage, your determination, and your ability to adapt and grow. Celebrate it, because it's not just a part of your story, it's a testament to the unshakable strength that defines you. The rise of women isn't just about breaking ceilings or achieving milestones, it's about showing up as your whole, imperfect, courageous self. So today I challenge each of you to own your story, speak your truth, seek connection, let go of perfection, and honor your resilience. Because when women rise, the world rises with them. Thank you.